People ask me all the time how to ice a cake, and I'm going to show you how. There are a few really important key steps. One is, if you have a cake plate, you don't want to get the icing on the plate. So what I do is I take pieces of parchment or wax paper and just put it down on the plate. And then we've made Beatty's chocolate cake, everybody's favorite. And then put the first layer of the cake right down on top. So when the cake is iced, you just have to take the pieces of wax paper out, and you have a beautiful cake and a clean plate. Just gonna put a little icing right on top. And I use an offset spatula to spread it out. And the key about not getting crumbs in the icing is you always go in one direction. You don't go back and forth. I think we're really tempted to do that. And you push the icing from the top, you'll never get crumbs in it. Okay, and then the second layer, and this is a decision that you have to make. Do you want a rounded top or do you want a flat top? Flat top tends to be a little more professional looking. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is the way the cake comes out of the pan, and I'm gonna turn it over and have a very flat top. So that's trick number 2. And now, icing the entire cake. I start on the sides, and again, always go in one direction. So, just put on a layer, just like that. I'm making a mess here. But the good news is I have parchment paper on the plate, so if I make a mess, nobody will ever know. Okay, I'm just gonna push some of this around to the other side. Nice thing about icing is very forgiving. You can always fill in holes. If the cake cracks, you can cover the cracks. And you know what? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's gonna be just as delicious. And now the top. You just wanna push it out from the middle. Don't go back and forth, just in one direction. And you never get crumbs in the icing. Go all the way around and make sure the edge is sharp. If you wanna make it really professional, I'll show you how you heat up the knife, hot water, and then take the water off, and I'll show you what happens. If you just go around and apply it, it'll end up with a smoother, shinier edge. Okay, now I'm gonna show you how to take the paper out. So I take my knife and just run it around the bottom because you don't wanna pull off the icing. Take out one piece, holding my breath, and then the last piece. Okay, the last thing is cutting it. Take a slicing knife, and I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. If you wanna heat it a little bit, it makes it even easier. But you wanna use the blade. Don't press down, use the blade to cut it. And you'll find it makes a nice sharp edge. And that's Beatty's chocolate cake. I think it's lunchtime.